Oh, we leveled up. Um. Okay. Let's try something. Alright, I spare. I got no perception close. Oh, there's one.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red. A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at the paper still smells of vanilla.
Wait. I've got an ice beverage task. Requires thing. I just put a point in it. Where's the check?
The bear's eyes are still glowing red, watching over all the ice cream wrappers hidden inside its
Where's my
belly.
perception check?
A friendly cartoon bear. The paper still smells of vanilla. The paper still.
That's the whole point of the perception point, was to unlock that check. Where? Game? Game. Well, I'll be. Cafeteria window. That feels bad. I think which one the cafeteria window. I think that might be from here.
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers. You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time for a hedge like that to form.
Minus 12 because it's not time yet. Okay, fine. can I roll that other one? Find a way. I can't even give that to the other girl.
There's no way to listen to the tape without a working tape player or a pawn shop.
Oh.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left.
Okay, we don't know that one.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars in the night sky.
What's the meaning?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as someone who knows about history could tell you.
History. Okay. The old man. And the tape player for the tape. How do I show it to them, though? There wasn't an option in the dialogue. Whereas the big dude we just showed it to, he had an option in the dialogue.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Threw the ball in the sea, -1. Do you know anything about the hangman?
Unfortunately, I don't. Unlike most of the locals, I have no qualms about assisting law enforcement, but this affair has passed me by completely. In Martinez, the union is the local,
already asked
is
that
a
one.
majority.
He doesn't know about the crime. Your time is better spent discussing
So again,
politics.
you don't know anything?
If I knew, I would not be afraid to tell you. I simply don't. I am an old man, not a coward. The daily business of the riffraff no longer concerns me.
'Tis true, sire. He knows nothing.
Okay.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. How may I head the citizens' militia on this fine day?
Okay, we've got different ones here. You mentioned Jean-Marie Beaulieu? Who is that?
Oh, sweet Jenny. She was the finest
Jenny.
woman in all of Revachol. Maybe the entire world.
Do not defile her memory, Gaston. Let her rest in peace.
So you both knew her?
We knew her, all right. Lived on the same street our entire lives, just 2 houses apart. The 3 of us have been best friends since we were 4. She was René's first girl back when the prick was 16. They were courting till he decided he'd rather die for some great ideal than just be happy.
And then you stole her from me.
Oh, easy, fellas. No need for this to get ugly.
Oh, officer. It already got ugly nearly 80 years ago when the 3 of us were just learning to walk and talk.
You stole her from me.
Well, technically, you stole her from me, because we'd been pretty close ever since you two had that falling out over the ink you spilled over her pretty yellow dress.
We were just boys then. This was different. You... No point starting this all over again. For the thousandth and the first time. Especially when we have company. Officer,
What happened to her?
She died of pneumonia 2 winters ago. It was a quiet passage, peaceful. René and I were both by her bedside when she...
died. No use sugarcoating it. Won't bring her back, will it now?
departed. Until the very end she couldn't decide between us. The most indecisive woman I've ever met.
A quick grimace of pain passes over René's features, but he immediately regains control. His face now a dispassionate mask again.
Why do you think she was indecisive?
She could never make up her mind about anything. What to have for breakfast, favorite color, or which one of us to marry. She was always leaving one of us for the other, but never long enough to actually get married.
Nothing wrong with weighing your options first, right?
Heck, technically, we're both still engaged to her.
You always confused her. Couldn't let us be happy. Seduced her with your fancy words and pastries.
Thanks for sharing.
Of course, officer. Memories are all we have left.
Let's ask him about the Union again.
Sure, officer. They are the good guys around here.
No, not really.
What do you need? Thank you, officer, for being
More about the girl?
sweet
No.
Jenny. Of course, officer. Memories are all
Convince
we
him to
have left.
Take his sandwich. Why won't they know the history for the thing? Who else knows the history of the tattoos? Oh, I shouldn't have shown the old lady wasn't there either. Now let's get this tape player. Alright. I got monies now, I want to buy
The
this.
boomboxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
And here you are, quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever, turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Okay. So can we use the tape now?
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Press play.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Keep the porter reel at a harmless distance away and wait.
Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune. A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do
What?
it. Only one obstacle stands on your way. Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself.
Alright, we're gonna go see
Let
Gart.
the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Alright, Gart, baby. Let's make him understand. Make everyone understand. God, I want to sing.
Can I help you?
Oh, I found a bird for you.
What is this thing?
I want to apologize for breaking the great skewer by bringing you this ruffed grouse.
Okay, well, this is actually a nice bird. A competent piece of taxidermy. I can fix it to the plaque and have a new bird in the establishment, I guess. So,
Hey.
I don't know. Thank you. I'm gonna go with thank you.
Man, if we hadn't sold the bull, or the whatever we'd sold the shot put, that definitely would have been the thing. But you can't buy back, so... I need to sing karaoke now.
No, you don't. It's not happening.
Why
He
not?
tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge the karaoke man.
This way I'm apologizing for the trouble I've caused. Please let me say I'm sorry.
By causing more trouble, I think we're good.
It's part of my quest of self-discovery. Help me.
The Whirling's not a charity or a musical therapy clinic. It's a commercial establishment. You're going to scare away the customers.
Why do you have a PA system if no one's going to use
It's
it?
for the... It's for no one. It's a prop. I'm not letting anyone use it after the great karaoke catastrophe of *44.
Wait, what happened?
A lot of people got killed because some arsehole wanted to sing karaoke.
What? Is that a prop? It's for your clients. I know it's used.
Okay, yes, it's for some clients.
I'm a real client. I've paid my bills, and I have the right to use karaoke machine.
Ha! Well, we don't have any tapes. They all got stolen.
That's right. I got my own tape.
The man in the vest and the violet shirt stares at the tape you've just given him. He begins to frown. Hard.
Fine. Climb on that stage and do your thing. Just get out of my hair. I'll plug it in for you. Damn this karaoke machine.
I'm having it uninstalled, he mumbles to himself.
Nice.
The stage is all set up for your performance.
Oh, we have our tear bag
Feels
and our flashlight.
silent. You can hear the pellets
We're all
creep
set.
under your feet. You feel a little dizzy, a little unsteady suddenly.
Why?
So, are you ready for your thing now? Let me know when I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
Look around the room first.
There are some people out there,
We need some
but
drama.
mostly a post-meridian slumber has fallen on the premise. Not super lively. It would be wiser to perform in the evening, no? But the choice is yours.
Put your lips up against the microphone and test it.
Immediately, a loud feedback noise startles the room. You feel like an amateur. How are you supposed to hold the mic? Should you just sing into it? Where should you stand? Hands. Where do you put your hands?
Oh, wow. Because we tested the mic, we got a -2. Wow. That's brutal. I was gonna... Like, yeah, that's a punish, man. Just for testing the mic. Straight up, -2. We could have just rolled it. Everything would have been fine. Would have put my drama tie on. Oh, that's it. That's fine.
Despair creeps into you, getting fat on your weakness.
Oh, I didn't heal
Whatever noble
something.
you're still coming up with sentences. That's a step up from total annihilation,
Ah, yeah.
right? Nothing you can say would make you feel...
Cop gives up the detective genre for social
Cop gives-
realism. Load. Well, I mean, at least we know. At least we know not to check the microphone. Wait. That's like 20 minutes ago. What did we do in the meantime? I don't know what we did since then. Like, did we speak to the dude about the thing? You have an ethics question for me? Yeah, ask me then. Do I have to go up and check the microphone again? If I can't, it kills me. Is it save something if you passed on the first try, but then died, thus having to save somebody at a previous result? Probably not. I think games should have autosaves in place more frequently, so you don't get in that position. And if you want to save scum, it's up to you to make sure you put your manual saves in at the right places. Kind of like right now, like I can't remember this save is from 20 minutes ago. And I don't know what we did in that 20 minutes. We probably talked to the old guys and did some other stuff, right? But did I show the photo to the lack of autosaves in a lot of games can be unforgiving. But this is something, and that's the difference between, it's this weird line between if game development is your trade versus you have a passion project, right? Where you know that there's a difference between manual save, quick save, and auto save. And the different reasons for them. So I'm pretty sure we talked to this guy about the...
Right to work! Right to work!
So in the save game, I hadn't
Shame
shown
on
him this,
you!
but I don't know if it even matters. Difference between manual and quick. Quick save is one singular slot that you keep overriding every time you quick save. Manual save is when you go into a menu and choose save game, and you give it a save slot. Right? And then auto save is usually the quick save saves over itself. Some games will have different quick save slots. So to separate. So if you do a quick save, maybe it keeps the last 3 or 5, so you can go back a few. In case you do something you're like, oh, I don't want to do that, but I just saved. Autosave also has stuff like that, so it might autosave at different locations and keep different ones. And there's 2 ways of doing the autosaves with multiples. One is you just roll like 10 of them, and so after you get to 10, you just delete the oldest one, and then the newest one takes that spot. That way you can keep going back. The other way is to have like indexed autosaves. So you have autosaves at key points, and then you have, so it gets autosave after a certain point, and then any time that it autosaves in between is like little increments. And when you get the next big increment, all the little ones disappear. We had spoken to this guy about this. So I'm just going to quickly pick the same options.
Wordless, he'd take hard as
fucking loincloths. Yeah, what it...
I'm not going to...
I can tell you what this one means. Our colonel is deep in...
Benito is one of the inhabitants.
He spent a month
with some strange...
Our boy. At dawn, we shot the boy. She was quite the god. Drowned in a...
Something stirs in your...
No. A fucking mask is... Nah.
On the photo in your hand.
Okay, here's the thing, right? It just auto-saved. Is there an autosave somewhere sooner than this one? So, and this one I get. If it just autosaved just then, why didn't it autosave when I did that the first time? Right? 4:26, that's my current time. I don't know, man. I put this point into perception and got screwed over because it didn't change the perception check. So I'm going to do that the same. Okay, we spoke to these two guys. I don't think there was any much else I did after that. I just spoke to these two guys. I got him annoyed about his sandwich, maybe.
It is such a pleasure to see you again, officer. Oh,
Okay,
Do
so
not.
we knew she was René's first.
And then you stole her from me.
Oh,
You stole her.
well, that
So
Well,
picking the
just
same
boy.
options.
No point starting this all over again.
she died. René and
Die.
deep.
A quick grimace of pain passed.
She was always heck.
You owe it.
Of course, officer. Sure, officer. Thank you, officer.
Vigilance officer? There's nothing for you to understand here. It is not her death you are investigating.
Oh, this one I didn't get through to, so we're actually at least getting some more dialogue. Were her circumstances of her death in any sense unusual?
Absolutely not. She died of pneumonia in her bed at the age of 79. This is highly usual.
Where was the photo of you two taken?
Reversal Fair of 91 in the Faubourg district. A parade was held to honor Guillaume Le Lion's name day, and the Carabineers marched in the place of honor.
You look happy in the picture, smiling.
This was the happiest day of my life.
What happened with you, Gaston and Jean-Marie?
I was 22 when I returned from King Guillaume's Akira operation in the south, and found my sweetheart in the arms of this wretch.
The Ikeda operation was a 7-year campaign, during which suzerain Guillaume's army forcefully united the people in the southeastern part of La Petite Continent, collectively known as the Ikeda tribes, under the Revacholian banner.
I won her back, but while I was dealing with some issues,
You were like a dark cloud sucking the joy out of every living thing around you. And you hurt her. Those days and memories are gone.
The old soldier says nothing, but when his glance quickly runs over Gaston's face, there's an odd look in his eyes.
Do the tape player thing, go back, do the karaoke thing. Without the death thing.
The boomboxes wait on the shelves.
I had a little bit
And
more
your
money.
boombox,
I don't know what I
that
did differently
gold
that got
and
it, but
amber Harmon.
And here you are. Quality.
play tape.
The porter reel is just what you press the large button marked Commence, then telling within a click, then silence for a bit. Of course you could yep, they're all here. And the B-side got
Beautiful. I often wonder too, when there's save issues. I know I'm bad at saving in games that save. No, I'm pretty sure I haven't been quick saving. But it makes me wonder, like, did I get a quick save in? Did it not? Like, did death cause it to be like, no, you... Probably not. Alright, here you go, Gart. I'm going to give you the thing back.
Can I help you? What is this thing?
I want to apologize.
Okay. I can fix it to the plaque and have a
It's like my climbing
I
beard
guess.
gear and
So, no, you don't.
yeah.
He tries not to look at you. It's dangerous to acknowledge.
It's my way of
By causing more trouble.
apologizing, pardon my
The Whirling's not a
self-discovery.
charity
Why
or
do you
a
even
music- it's
have
for the-
it? What
A
happened?
lot of people got
It's not
killed.
a prop.
Okay,
I know it
yes,
gets
it's
played.
for some
A
client.
real client have paid my
Well,
bills.
we don't have any tapes.
There we go.
The
I've
man
got
in-
it.
Fine.
I'm having it uninstalled.
Yeah, good. Okay, close. I want drama close. Take off anything with minus drama if we have anything. We don't have minus drama. What were we taking off? A shirt. Drama for the necktie. Okay, we'd lose a volition, which means we need to do that. Because that's what killed us. There we go. We have any drama pants? Drama pants? Oh, hang on. There we go. It look ridiculous. Drama pants is no pants.
The stage is all set up. You feel it?
So, are you ready for your thing now?
Let's
Let
do
me
it,
know
let's do
when
it.
I should turn on the karaoke carousel.
The air is thick with anticipation.
Woo!
The tape clicks into the carousel, and then the music starts.
It's like a mesh shirt with our kimono.
I would often go there, to the tiny church there, the smallest church in Saint-San, though it once was larger. How the realm may rest there. Down through the mist there, toward the Seven Sisters, toward those pale cliffs there. I would often stay there
We sang karaoke.
in that tiny yard there. I have been so glad here, looking forward to the past here. But now, you are all alone. None of this matters. No, none of this matters at all.
Thanks for bearing with me. I'm going to get back to work now.
Yes. I'm going to unplug the microphone, okay?
And I'm going to get dressed again. Alright. Quest complete. That it just said, we just saw that ice bear fridge was ready to go. Panz, tears to your eyes.
The bear's eyes are still glowing red.
Where's
a
the
friendly
thing? Where's
cartoon. The paper still.
There's got to be a bug. Well, maybe I need Kim with me. Can't remember what it was. Hey Titus, you heard me singing, right? Did I bring tears to your eyes? You talk to me now?
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Again.
Good one, Titus.
About fucking time.
I think I can. The best I can do is +2. Find someone with technical expertise to contact the coalition. Technical expertise. Oh, it's the dude for the... Maybe... He did say maybe it's the dude in the other one, but we can't get the church one going.
Stuck in the rain in a traffic jam, man. What's on your mind?
Spare change for working stiff?
Huh? Oh. No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work.
They who?
The bosses, man.
Makes sense. First work, then pay.
Makes sense. It sucks is what it does.
Well, I mean, I didn't say it was good. It just makes sense. But you're right, it sucks. Are you going to talk to me yet?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the foot. No response. Wherever.
Well, I wonder if I can speak to what's his face, Measurehead, about this guy.
The unpromising race pupil returns.
Leave. There was a check in here as well.
The file cabinet stands steady as ever, and the unlocked drawer slides out to greet you.
Okay, Volition.
The drawer slides.
We're at +2. I don't think we've got any minuses. That's a +1. I don't think we've got anything else that'll give us Volition, though. Oh, I had. Oh, that's a -1. I saw the drama show. I'm like, oh, got another drama one. That would have been bad. Plus to rhetoric. There's a rhetoric roll somewhere. Being able to sort these by stat would be so good, considering there's 24 different stats. Who's Silang with the rhetoric? Oh, that's the dude downstairs. And the cargo container door is impossible. There has to be someone in the cargo container. So the thing is the driver towards the bottom? Okay. Like, what's his face? Gaston Martin. Which one's Gaston? Oh, was he related to Martin Martin? Martin Martinez? No, Gaston Martin and Martinez are different people. Okay. Call random number.
The payphone hangs mutely on the wall.
Oh. No, that's Gart. Is the manager. Gaston might be the... Is he the douchey policeman that showed up?
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you? Los Ardis? They're sort of like you.
No, they don't know anything. Oh, dude, I worked it out. Okay. The jerky policeman that was saying reminds me of someone. He reminds me out of the mad Russian guy who's friends with the Irish brothers in Boondock Saints.
I'll tip her, I promise.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
I mean, this isn't Gaston Martin, but this is... Oh, Gaston's the old guy. Maybe he wants... Is that the old guy that I want to get the sandwich from?
Everything's still cool here, officer.
Okay. Footfall within, not human. Up there, the phasmid perhaps? No, you know it's but a dog. Really? How do we get up there? Still chasing the phasmid. Rhetoric, eh? Where was that rhetoric item? Nah. Not gonna roll on a fitty. Find someone with technical expertise to contact. Do we know anyone with technical? There's not that many characters in the game. Yeah, sorry, that's the church guy. Okay, so we can't get her into the church. She's refusing to talk because we can't get them in. We can't get them in because we can't get the computer lady out the way. I don't know who made the call. I don't know that one. And that's that. Oh, we could have asked him about that. If he was here. We're never going to have 500 things to buy Kuno's thing. The tattoos. Someone who knows something about history. But who... That's the problem.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso. It still kind of looks like a map of the stars. It's gone.
Why are you gone?
For you to discover. You've gotten as far as someone who knows about history could tell you.
The Frenchman? Which one's that one? I could try, but I don't think it's come up in previous options, but he might, yeah. Are you talking about the old men? Or the... Because I spoke with them just before and they didn't have any extra dialogue. The one I was thinking of was the Sunday friend. Yeah, he didn't have any extra dialogue. Although maybe it's triggered after I look at the photo. But I'm pretty sure that had already been triggered.
Vigilance officer? What can this old carabinier do for you?
He says about the
Unfortunately, I
hangman.
don't.
He does say he's not
He doesn't
upset to
know
talk about
the
him.
crime.
If I knew.
'Tis true, sire.
Yeah.
He knows nothing.
Some of the dialogue checks are weird because if you use the top level dialogue options, like let's say there's 3 and you use the first one, and then you go in there and there's like 3 other options in there, and then one of them leads you out of the conversation. when you go back, that top one is blank to say you used it once, but there's still other options behind it that are available. So, and if those are like 3 or 4 tiers in, you don't know, you know, which one's been completely exhausted without multiple running through it. Yeah, you kind of have to, well, it depends how deep. If the conversation's only 3 choices deep, and you go, and there's 3 choices at each one, and you go, okay, top one, top one, top one, right? Top one, middle one. Top one, bottom one. Top one, middle one. Top, you know, so you just have to keep track of it all. So usually the way you do it, if there's any dialogue options that are open at the next level, you don't close off the top one as used. You have to be careful you don't accidentally impact your character standing with negative dialogue. That's true too. But obviously read them before you pick them, so that you don't pick one.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Tell me more about the tattoos.
I fear I've told you all I know. It's an orange. Is there anything else I...
Oh, you know who was... Okay, the cleaner at the apartment's just in here. She's old. Knows history. Also, maybe the lady on the computer radio thing, but I don't... You know, we got to try everything, because we're getting to dead end land.
Give me a moment.
Who are you?
I'm no one.
Do you live here?
It's barely bigger.
And all she gets, too. She hasn't spoken to anyone for a while. Even her sentences feel rusty.
Ask away, policeman.
Huh. Do you know... Why is there a hole in the wall there?
Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls.
Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment?
The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
Thanks.
Oh, no.
I feel like I've tied up loose ends that didn't, like, I had loose ends that ultimately led to dead ends. What if the bookshop lady knows enough about history? Or maybe there's a book we can buy that can help us with something. And there is a map on the wall, though.
Hello again, esteemed officer, and welcome to
If you wanna buy a book.
Goodness. You were already doing good, browsing the shelves. Why'd you stop? Don't you feel compelled? Go, go, get back there. The books await you.
Okay.
Quietly, she mutters to herself. He isn't doing what he's designed to do. Isn't the spell working?
What spell?
Huh? Nothing. No one's cast any spells of compulsion to draw in customers. What a silly idea.
She smiles and nods, seeming.
Yeah. Seeming.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
Alright, reaction speed, roll time. Where's my reaction speed close? It's a -1 to reaction speed. Probably don't want that one. The reaction speed should just be +1. I don't think we wouldn't have a plus and a minus off it here, so... Yeah, I can try and roll this.
Shelves filled to the brim with
Get it.
crime novels feature. Your quick eye notices a small caterpillar crawling across the spine of a book. The title reads, Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. A worn paperback from Dick Mullen's classic Hard-Boiled Phase. The premise seems to be that Dick Mullen is framed for the murder of his best friend and has just a few days to prove his innocence.
Why does this speak to me?
Could it be the motifs of unstable identities and shocking betrayals?
It's probably right. I'm a complicated guy, full of contradictions.
Then this is the book for you.
Really? Fine. Hey, Stockkeep, I want to buy this book.
Of course. Such violence and immorality. I mean, enjoy.
In your hand, you hold Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity. The brittle paperback feels fragile to the touch.
Examine the cover.
The cover features a pastiche of different scenes. In the foreground, a man in a dark overcoat clutches a pistol to his chest. Rising up behind him are two silhouettes wrapped in a passionate embrace. The tagline reads, Detective Dick Mullen must prove his innocence after an old friend is murdered.
Maybe I'll get a boost to authority to help me with
like
Titus.
Dick Mullen. That seems to sum up the premise
+6 red
nicely.
Dick Mullens.
The story opens with a knock at the door. Detective Dick Mullen is greeted by an old friend, Charlie Spillane, who's come to Mullen to ask a favor on this dark and cold night.
What, she's come to clean the pool?
Spillane needs Mullen to drive him in from Vespa to a small town along the Insulindian coast. Despite his friend's apparent agitation, Mullen does as he's asked, then returns home where he passes out drunk, as he does most nights.
Look, I can't judge.
2 days later, Mullen is arrested by the Vespa police and charged with the murder of Charlie Spillane. At his interrogation, Mullen learns that Charlie Spillane was shot in a bar in the very town Mullen dropped him off in by a man matching Mullen's description. Desperate to clear his name, Mullen manages to convince the Vespa police to release him for 3 days so that Mullen may solve his friend's murder and prove his
Phoenix
innocence.
right. 3 days. There you go. No way Mullen did it.
Of course, Mullen didn't do it. That's the whole premise of the book. Anyway, Mullen returns to the seaside bar where Spillane was murdered and meets a beautiful, mysterious woman named Diana DeNerva.
Oh, look at this option. Oh, nice a dame, see?
And not just any dame. She's truly one in a million, a knockout whose mind is as dangerous as her curves. But she's got a secret.
Who doesn't? Sounds like my kind of woman.
She's any man's kind of woman, according to this book.
And every man's woman, according to the men. Wait, what?
Are you sure about that? Something about her gives you a bad feeling. What kind of secret is she hiding? You couldn't handle a woman like that. Look at yourself. You couldn't even handle your...
Fail composure.
Stop. Don't say it.
Don't say what?
Nothing. Forget it. Go back to your story.
Alright, it's getting. Keep reading.
DeNerve reveals that she was Spillane's lover and that he was mixed up with a local amphetamine smuggling operation. As soon as Mullen begins pulling at strings, the whole conspiracy begins to unravel. Not only is the local police captain in on the amphetamine ring, so is the son of a powerful politician and a strung-out art collector named Torvald, each of whom has his own reasons for wanting Spillane dead.
Tell me about the corrupt police captain.
Outwardly, the old police captain is a real law and order crypto-fascist, a barrel-chested man who's beaten his share of suspects to pulp. But he's also dirty and increasingly paranoid that someone's going to expose his role in the drug ring.
Oh, it's going to be Dick Mullen.
He would certainly have the motive and the means, but the captain walks with a noticeable limp from an old war injury. Is it possible that he was able to conceal it long enough to commit the murder?
Let's think about the politician's son.
A typical privileged twat. In all likelihood, he's just in over his head. He does bear a personal grudge against Spillane, though, a former prosecutor who nearly brought down his father's administration. The kid doesn't exactly have Dick Mullen's manly build, but he is the correct height. And while interrogating him at his home, Mullen did notice a certain overcoat that looks suspiciously like his own.
What was that about the art collector?
Torvald, the art collector, is a strung-out mess. Frankly, it's hard to imagine him holding a pistol steady enough to actually hit someone, let alone plug them 3 times in the chest the way Spillane got did. That said, Torvald and Spillane have a long history, and while interrogating him, Mullen discovers that Torvald was once involved with Deanna Deneuve. Could it be that this is all over a sordid love triangle?
Let's get on with the story.
One evening, Deanna Deneuve comes to Mullen's hostel room in tears. The two of them drink half a bottle of vodka, and soon they're seeking comfort in each other's arms. Yes, comfort and pleasure.
Hey, we got heal.
The warmth of another human's touch. The burning taste of liquor on her full, sweet lips.
Nice. Get it, Mullen.
As the two lovers share a post-coital cigarette, Deanna Deneuve turns to Mullen and says, "By the way, Dick, there was something else I meant to tell you. Always aim for the center of mass." Whatever it is, Mullen never hears the words. A blow to the base of his skull knocks him out cold instantly.
Can't trust a dame.
Who can you trust in this wicked, messed up world?
Your partner. Kim will be there for me.
Will you be there for him, though?
No,
when
because
push
he's not here
comes
for
to
me.
shove? Time will tell. In the meantime, let's get on with the story.
Yeah.
When Mullen comes to, Deneuve is dead on the hostel bed
It
next
wasn't
to
the
him.
dame.
To make matters worse, his clothes are covered with her blood.
Double F, even though we didn't single F the first time.
Mullen trashes his blood-stained clothes and flees the hostel, knowing it's only a matter of hours before the cops discover Deneuve's body, if they haven't been tipped off already. The heat is on. If Dick Mullen can't solve both murders before the cops catch up to him, he's going away for life. Can you solve the case before the cops close in?
Wait, I've got some questions first.
What is it, detective?
Why does everyone close to Dick wind up dead?
It's a dangerous line of work, but somebody has to do it. That's why Dick Mullen never lets anyone get too close.
Why did he become a detective in the first place?
There was never a time when he wasn't a detective.
I'm playing a
He
choose-your-own-adventure
was born a
story in a
detective.
choose-your-own-adventure story. Why was I not born to be a detective?
For a moment, you cease to read the story on the page and see the book for what it is. A collection of brittle, cheaply printed pages held together by glue made from the hooves of horses. You won't find the answers you're looking for here, in other words.
Why bother solving crimes in the world is so
Is it
evil.
really so evil, detective?
Yeah, it's pretty effing evil.
Then why are you still here?
Because I'm too chicken shit to do anything about it.
It sounds like you're in for a long, hard road, detective. But then, what does this book know? It's just a poorly made piece of pulp garbage made to be consumed and discarded.
I don't have any more questions. I figured it all out.
So, who did it, detective? Who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Deneuve?
Love did them in. No. Okay, so the police captain could land the shots, but he's got a limp. The junkie art collector's too strung out and probably can't do anything. And the politician's twat son, probably a motive, but... Dirty police captain.
Could be. Who knows? Only one way to find out.
Finish the book.
You begin furiously flipping through pages, even as you know these books follow a series of well-worn tropes you find yourself completely engrossed. You're turning pages so fast, you don't even notice the ancient spine coming unglued. You try to grab the pages as they come loose, but your fingers aren't quick enough. They're gone. Dozens of pages scatter across the floor. The last fifth or so of the book seems to have been lost. It's possible that you could gather and reassemble the pages, but it would take way too long.
Stupid old horse glue.
Yes, blame a dead horse for your fat, clumsy fingers. In your hand, you hold 4/5 of Dick Mullen and the mistaken identity.
What the crap? What just... We just got bent over by a...
Several maps have been attacked. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulet.
Always good to be informed of your surroundings.
Well, we got a map at least. Wait, is it not letting me use the map?
The worn map features the patchwork grid of the streets of Martinez, with directions to appropriately touristy locations. Year 48 resides on the upper right corner. Your finger moves through the various streets, across Rue de Saint-Ghislain and Rue Saint-Sipar, over Saint-Brun and Martinez North. Finally coming to a halt on the spot where you are currently standing, although the map gives no such indication itself.
All right.
Shelves full of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
A true cultural touchstone.
Ah, this one better not disintegrate.
The Greatest Innocence by João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego. The book is large and heavy. Browsing through the various chapters, you try your best to understand the ceaseless overflow, the sprawl of names, dates, places, events historical. Most of it ends up as a twisted mass of facts inside your brain. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well, it's pop quiz time. Let's see what you've learned. This might take a few minutes. You ready?
Yeah, sure, why not?
That's the spirit. Here we go. Question 1. Who was the first innocence? Oh yeah, this is what I was made for.
Encyclopedia's kicking in hard. Is this Dolores Day? That's so. Alright, give me all the hints.
A pop quiz is a short examination designed
don't give
to
me
test
the
your
hints on
knowledge
what a pop quiz
without any
is.
prior warning or announcement. Such exams allow the teacher to assess how thoroughly the students have retained the material at hand. Voila. Now blast that first innocence. Thanks for nothing. Dolores Day. Dolores. Incorrect. Dolores Day was the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. She codified parliamentary democracy and created modern institutions. Among these, the moral intern. She was powerful and beautiful on all her icons. Her colors are silver, white, and apricot. And when you think her name, Dolores, stomach acid rises to the back of your throat, and it hurts. You see a flash silver, a wreath, an airport bag, and blonde hair. You don't know why. Another choice, perhaps? Steer clear of this one. There's something terrible about this one.
What?
A strange sensation of loss. When she left the earth, the dust, and the ice, and the humans. That is unimportant to the quiz. Stop thinking about this. Yes, the quiz is impersonal. No need to rouse sensations in yourself at the mention of Dolores Day. Who was the first innocence? It wasn't Dolores Day.
Solar.
Incorrect. Solar was anointed during the previous century and even lived to see the current one. She was an urban planner who spoke her mind and largely left history to its own devices, encouraging people to excel on their own rather than prescribing to a deified model of history. She is often called an anti-innocence.
Well, we got that one way wrong.
Sola resigned after an assassination attempt by a Yugo nationalist who blamed her for not taking the side of the left during the turn-of-the-century revolutions. Innocences don't usually resign. Care to try again?
The Pyrokinesian.
Correct.
Yay.
Nothing much is known
We're
about
smart.
him. It's not even clear that he was a he, but Franco Negro presumed as such and called him Pius. He's depicted as a young man with molten gold pouring out of his mouth. All he spoke was gold. It's said he invented God and equality of men before God. He also introduced the gold standard as a way for measuring people's love for Aurum. As the first innocence, he declared that there should be more of those like him. It is presumed
There's
his
a lot to take
disciples
in on that one.
were the beginning of the Holy Party, the founding party. Question 2. Who was the strongest innocence?
I don't know.
Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
Sure. Try again. I trust you. I trust you got my back, even though you screwed me last time. But you keep giving me experience and money, so...
An innocence is the highest category of historical personage in the world. A literal personification of history. Traditionally, an innocence, when anointed, assumes supreme rule over the Occident or the known world in general. At least, the parts that matter.
Yes, so interesting. But I thought you'd give me the answer to the question.
I can do better. Okay, so commonly, an innocence does not enforce his or her power through military power. This is seen as unnecessary. The innocence wins because an innocence can't help but win, for their deeds are inevitabilities. Did this help?
No.
Damn. Great Dolores.
Sure, Dolores.
Incorrect again. While she originated many modern institutions, launched several successful expeditions, and was even critical of the innocentic system itself, and somehow keeps popping up in your mind, she is not often considered the strongest. Even though the words most associated with her rule are l'amour, la compassion, la autodiscipline, love, compassion, self-control, which could be seen as facets of strength. Would you like to try again? Incorrect. Vespa Messina is not a person, but a defunct
I wonder if it's possible to
state
get these without
on the
getting too wrong.
southeastern coast of the
Like,
Occident.
no matter which one you pick,
It
it's
used to
going to go wrong
take
and
up
wrong.
most of the peninsula before separating into the republics of Vespa and Messina. Care to try again?
Well, yeah,
Correct. Named the innocence of militarism, he codified hereditary rule, but at the same time ended serfdom and established the Inter-Isolari Real as the global reserve currency. He also established the concept of the nation. Franco Negro attempted to solve the rising tensions between the aristocracy and bourgeoisie by building a unified society in which every man has a place and a mission, but at the same time may rise to nobility provided on the strength of his virtue. Question 3. Who was the false innocence?
Oh, we got this one.
Got it under control. No problem. Solid on this one.
You're gonna
It's widespread historical information.
You give me helpful this time. I could use a hint.
Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericarnacian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members.
Sigh heavily, out loud.
There seems to be a mix-up with the sources. It's not my fault. At least it clearly wasn't. Yes, there exists a group called the Founding Party, known as the Holy Party, during the time of the Pericarnacian. This, the world's oldest international organization, spends its time in search of either the re-emergence of the innocents or new members. There seems to be a mix-up with the source. At least it clearly wasn't Dolores Day. She wouldn't be false. She's beautiful.
Yeah. Stefan the Despicable.
Incorrect. Stepan the Despicable, regent of Kedra, was a ruler who conquered the known world during the Kedriatic conquest, instead of the despotic Erno Pasternak. Would you try again?
Kedra?
Incorrect. Kedra is a large nation in the mid-northern area of the Mawindi Isola, north of the Occident, between the Ilmarin mountain range and the Pacentic Mare Interregnum. Care to try again?
Pasternak?
Correct. There have been a number of counter or false innocences, some assumed to have innocentic qualities, some who just thought so themselves. Occasionally, they have the support of a faction inside the ecclesiastic organization, and accusations of foul play have arisen. The most famous and important of these was Erno Pasternak. He was into torture, despotism, hymns, cannons, and world conquest, but got defeated and humiliated by Stepan the Despicable of Kedra. Final stretch. You've come so far and learned so much. This is the most important one. Question 4. Who was the greatest innocence? The most important of them all. The most precious to humankind. I've got it. Honest.
Are you sure this time?
Of course, this is my thing. The reason I exist in this world. The correct answer is Franco Negro.
Absolutely certain of this.
0 doubts. While it was actually incorrect. While Franco Negro built concrete churches and cathedrals, and while many people,
we got 40 experience at $8,
consider him a father figure, due to his militarism and nationalism, João Paulo Salomão Lopes de Fuego argues differently. Another choice, perhaps? Oh yes, militarism and nationalism. My bad. Yes, obviously.
Pasternak.
Incorrect. He was a violent bastard, out to torture, maim, and kill whoever stood in his way. He was also a false innocence, disqualifying him from being the greatest and most important,
we probably should have known
and
that
most precious to humankind.
He was the bad guy in the last
Would you like to try again? Correct. The Mesk might see Franco Negro as the father of nations, but as of this century,
my brain
there's
seems
been
to
a
hate
great
me.
shift in attitude.
Yeah, but that's all right.
Dolores Day has become widely regarded as the greatest innocence. A most radical change to the whole fabric of the world.
I'm not trying to poison it with booze. We've been having a drink-free game. We had 1 glass of wine before bed on the first night.
Everything from inter-isolary travel
maybe
to the
that's why
connected
it's
world to 3 consecutive scientific revolutions.
Because we're refusing to poison it with booze.
Every decade that passes, she seems less
I've been taking
human
drugs
somehow, and more beautiful.
We've had a single cigarette to close the quest.
And more beautiful. And more beautiful. Congratulations on finishing the test. The results and your subsequent grade have been calculated. You get an F for failure.
But I got them all right.
You would have done better if you just left Dolores Day for the end. Dial the Dolores Day down a bit. You are shouting at an inanimate object, like a real weirdo. No wonder you seem to have trouble with the right answers.
Yeah, let's do it again.
Browsing through the book again, you still have trouble understanding. Your educational survey is done. Did you catch any of that? No. Oh well. It seems rather unfair to try again.
Shut up.
Oh yeah. This is what I was made for.
Pericarditis.
Correct. As the question 2. Easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You, me, anybody.
The strongest innocence was Vespa Messina, right?
Incorrect.
Wait, Franco?
Vespa, correct.
Oh, Franco, okay.
Question 3. Got it under control.
Well, that was Ernest.
No, correct. The most final...
I thought they swapped up the questions.
Honest, correct. Everything and more beautiful. Congratulate. An A. All correct. Impressive. Oddly so.
I didn't get them all correct. I got one of them wrong.
You really navigated some treacherous waters here. Well done. Yeah, sure. Browsing through your educational survey is... It seems... Oh yeah. This is what I was made for.
Pericarditis?
Correct. As the question easy. Everybody knows the answer to this. You... Correct. Franco, question got it under control. Correct. The most final... I've got it. Honest. Correct. Everything and more Congratulations on an A.
Yeah, I got one wrong the second time and they gave me an all correct anyway.
Well done. But endless
sounds like spaghetti
tries.
to me. Alright. Was that on this book, that shelf?
Shelves full of biographies. Browsing through, suddenly, High-Speed Love. Chronicle. Next to Irv's life story, you see a slim biography of an Occidental rock star called The Anti-Star. Next to that...
already looked at this.
I really must insist you buy one of the books.
I've bought 2 of the books. Shut up.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to rush you.
Browsing through, suddenly, High-Speed Love. Next...
I'm sorry. I did not mean...
She's not going to let me buy it.
Shelves full of biographies. This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. There's also a wide range of paranatural.
Sir, please, no browsing in that shelf. That wisdom is not... I can't have you end up like...
Amidst the various books, you find these 3 things. The point of the book and many various
okay. So we bought the things. We did the test. We failed. We got there eventually. I got a level up. What do we want to take our point in? And why is our cyclopedia so low? Close, maybe? There we go. I felt something was off a little bit there. Let's grab this CSI stuff.
A small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems to be taken up by Wirral-related merchandise.
Is playing the game going to do anything? Well, I've got a Wirral dice.
If you say so, but you better stay away from those immoral occult rituals.
Alright, I'll tell you what. It's 3rd edition mega setting supplements modules can't be played without the main game. Son of a bitch.
Large letters on the front form a title. Wirral. The colorful box is illustrated with bucolic vistas. The cover art also features odd-looking humanoids. Some short, some taller, some with pointy ears, others with ephemeral wings. Text underneath the title in smaller typeface reads, 3rd edition, Mega Setting Supplements Module. The side panel adds, a sword and sorcery adventure board game with new maps and miniatures.
Check the box.
Mysterious things rattle inside. What could they be? Dice? Plastic miniatures? A fantastical alternate world full of magic and wonder? None of that witless man from Heimdall, fascist dross, hidden behind faux realistic allegory. Wirral is no cliché-ridden apologia for colonial violence. Wirral is pure imagination. Yes, the Wirral setting is known for its complicated system of political alignments. But if you're not into that, you can just hack your way through dungeons in search of loot. That's what most people do.
Alright, look at the back.
A blurb on the back reads, tired of the tedium and toil of modern life? Escape to Wirral. Leave behind Isolas and nations with their petty squabbles. Discard electricity, magnets, and boring technological widgets. Succumb to a world of high pasternal fantastique. Unleash your imagination and create an adventure of endless possibilities. Discover the terrible secret threatening Wirral. Can your band of adventurers save the world?
Yes.
Exactly. That's the spirit. All you have to do is read an intricate rulebook, study an assortment of maps, unfold the illustrated game board, and start rolling dice.
Let's do it.
In no time, you could be romping through grasslands with low-level characters, hunted by Iskala riders, or battling unspeakable monsters in endless dungeons fraught with danger and despair, conjuring up forceful magics to aid your quest.
Let's do it.
Don't forget heated arguments escalate into physical confrontation with your friends.
I said let's do it.
And most importantly, never forget to rage quit if the dice don't go your way.
Open box.
You pry open the box. Inside you find a folded up map, a small booklet, a 24-sided die, and a little plastic figurine.
Does the die look like the one we've got?
It's made from some sort of wood and has been decorated with peculiar plant motifs. You don't know much about dice, but this one looks pretty damn fancy.
Thanks, Encyclopedia.
You place the die into your pocket. It's always good to have luck on your side.
Agree. Look at the map.
A reprint of a crude hand-drawn map. The top left corner reads, Lands of Wirral. The map features both small villages and mid-sized towns with odd names, in addition to meadows, forests, hills, lakes and seas, also with odd names. It doesn't seem to correspond with anything you've seen thus far. It's not a very helpful map.
Look at the booklet.
A quick guide to the magical races of Wirral. Create your own hero, choosing from any of these completely unique and fantastical backgrounds. The options are in order of importance. The Welkin, the Tweog, the humans, the fairy folk, and the pygmies.
Well, read about the Welkin.
The Welkin, tall, lithe, and graceful, with long flowing hair and pointy ears. They're known for being powerful magic users, but can also hold their own in a brawn-driven fight. The Welkin come with a variety of exciting sub-races. High Welkin, Forest Welkin, Lake Welkin, and Snow Welkin. But if you're not feeling experimental, a basic Welkin will always do.
Okay, read about the Dwargor.
A grand race of industrious mountain people. They're short, stout, and muscular.
Dwarfs.
And enjoy digging for gold and other precious minerals. They're also well versed in the art of combat, where they prefer to use axes and hammers. The Tweog also come in a few different sub-races. Hill Tweog, Shield Tweog, and Dark Tweog.
Read about the humans.
They're just humans. What else is there to tell? They're average in all stats, and jacks of all trades.
Read about the fairy folk.
A very small race of flying people, known for being mischievous, full of trickery. They often lure people into their magical traps.
Australians.
There are no sub-races for the fairies.
Read about the pygmies.
The least popular of the Wirral races, the pygmies, are short, rotund, and dim-witted. Pygmies live in small villages made of shoddy wooden dwellings. They spend most of their days tilling the earth and smoking their pipes. There are no sub-races for the pygmies.
Look at the figurine.
You see a man in ragged clothes, wearing a lopsided hat and wielding some sort of a firearm. An odd-looking fellow. He doesn't seem to fit the rest of the setting. He has more of a revolutionary tinge.
Take the figurine.
You pick the figurine up by the base to meet your gaze. The little plastic man stares back at you, his face contorted into a disturbing shout. Then you pocket it.
Close the box.
A colorful box with the title Wirral in bold letters. It's a board game.
Put the box away. Literally unplayable. Well, that's a standard Wirral dice, but look at ours. Ours looks much better. You buy the other game from her?
A small mountain of colorful
I want to buy the
board
Suzerainty
game.
game.
Wonderful choice, sir. A wholesome family game.
This is what happens when one of our perks just gives us so much money. She didn't give you the police dice? Who gives you the police dice? I had to choose the dice I wanted from the dice maker.
In your hands, you hold a brand new copy of the game, Suzerainty. It's snugly wrapped in a skin of plastic. The cover features a charming illustration depicting a mass of grinning laborers loading goods onto a ship, while a richly dressed administrator oversees their work.
Yeah.
The exact location and time period are left deliberately vague, but it's clearly meant to represent the economic relationship between the Revacholian suzerainty and its many vassals.
Remove the plastic.
The plastic wrap rips off as easily as a bodice in a tawdry historical romance. There's a hiss as the lid slides off. Inside, you find a thick, full-color rulebook and more than a dozen pouches of various wooden components. Savor that new board game smell. A mix of wood, paper, and ink, all wrapped in the sweet must of cardboard.
Read the rulebook.
Welcome to Suzerainty, a game of economic strategy for the whole family. The rulebook is sumptuously illustrated and thick as a Gradian novel.
History seems problematic, but it is important to teach children basic economic concepts.
The colorful illustrations depict cheerful workers picking apricots, hauling marble sculptures out of crumbling temples, and harvesting a strange magenta-leafed plant. Everyone is smiling. You begin to suspect there may be a political agenda to this so-called family game. Only one way to find out. The instructions are opaque at first and introduce many concepts you're not familiar with. Fortunately, there are many diagrams and examples throughout. You soon figure out the basic conceit. Each player represents an administrator for the suzerain of Revachol. Your objective is to increase the suzerain's wealth and renown by accumulating victory points.
How do you accumulate victory points?
That's where the suzerain's vassals come in. The game features 4 vassal nations, each one home to an economically important resource. Each turn, the player collects resources from vassals where they've placed workers. They may then rearrange their workers, fulfill contracts for coin and bonuses, or build structures back in Revachol. As you leaf through the pages, your eye catches on a sidebar labeled Advice for beginners.
Read the advice.
Remember, there are many paths to victory in suzerainty, but successful players will find one strategy and commit to it wholeheartedly.
How is the winner determined?
The actual scoring system appears infinitely complex, with a series of tables and appendices required to compute each player's final victory point total. You skip that part for now.
Let's look at the components.
You open up a number of pouches containing wooden tokens. There are also several punch boards with other cardboard components that will need to be punched out before you can play.
Punch out the cardboard pieces one by one.
Each cardboard token makes a satisfying ch as you pop it out. Soon, a neat pile of cardboard coins and counters has accumulated before you.
Right, check out the wooden tokens.
In addition to the worker and building tokens used by each player,
Why don't we get to
there
play?
are also several piles of colorful resource tokens, each representing one of the game's 4 principal resources. From the Empire of Sefre, orange apricot tokens. From Ilmarat, the ancestral name of Ilmara, grey marble block tokens. From the Seminine Islands, white sacks of sugar tokens. And from Supramuindi and Sarah Maritza, magenta tokens for unprocessed cocaine leaves.
Components away.
It's a shame there's no one for you to play with. You hold the open game box before you.
Would you like to play a game?
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
Oh, hey, my Dick Mullen book ripped before I could get to the end. Do you know what happens?
Which book was it, sir?
Dick Mullen and Mistaken Identity.
Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. I haven't read that one yet. I wish I could help you.
Fine. Hey, my Dick Mullen book broke. Can you fix it?
Hello again, esteemed officer.
Oh, there's an
and
option.
welcome to... Oh, I'm very sorry, sir. Some of these old paperbacks just don't have the durability. I would be happy to sell you another one, but unfortunately, it's the last copy we had in stock.
Is it a euphemism? No.
Give up. You'll never find the answer. There's no other copy of Dick Mullen and the Mistaken Identity here.
Gotta be a way to solve
There
this.
isn't. If only you had more time, more resources. Who knows what you could have come up with? Maybe if there had been more money and less speed. Or more speed. Or that, yes. Either way, you might have been able to come up with an answer, but not like this. Hang on, you can do this. Use your imagination. You know who the suspects are. Just make it up. So, who killed Charlie Spillane and Deanna Denuva,
Alright,
detective?
We're gonna make up
Just fucking
that it was the
pick
dirty
one.
police captain because that was our guess, and then we get to be right.
Sounds good. You can't trust the fuzz after all. They say they've got your back, but do they really? More like they've got a knife in your back. You've seen it yourself, haven't you? Maybe that cuts a little close to the bone, jaded cop. Take it easy. Don't let the memory of old betrayals haunt you tonight.
What's the plan?